Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into some ancient texts to solve a really interesting puzzle. You see, there's this famous historical figure who used one specific title for himself all the time. But what did he actually mean by it?
All right, let's get right into it. The source text showed Jesus using this title, the Son of Man, constantly. I mean, we're talking over 80 times. So you know this wasn't just some casual nickname. It was clearly his go-to way of referring to someone. And that's the big question, right? Was he talking about some other guy, or was this his own kind of cryptic way of talking about himself?
So to figure this all out, we actually have to rewind the clock a bit. We've got to go way back to an ancient prophetic vision where this whole thing starts.
Okay, so picture this. Hundreds of years before Jesus ever walked the earth, a prophet named Daniel has this incredible vision. And in that vision, he sees a figure he describes as one like a son of man. And get this, he's coming with the clouds of heaven. I mean, this is not your average person we're talking about here. This is a powerful, almost celestial being. And the description of this Son of Man is just, wow. He's given all authority, glory, sovereign power. He's worshipped by everyone. His kingdom is everlasting. It never gets destroyed. So yeah, this isn't just some guy. The prophecy is painting a picture of a cosmic, divine king with ultimate power.
So the big question is, how on earth did Jesus connect himself to this unbelievably powerful divine ruler from an ancient prophecy? Well, the texts leave us a fascinating trail of clues.
And these clues, they really fall into four main categories. We're going to look at how he directly identified himself, the kind of divine authority he claimed, the wild predictions he made about his own fate, and even the kinds of questions he asked to get people thinking. So let's follow that trail, piece by piece.
Okay. First up, clue number 1, direct self-identification. And what's so interesting here is how Jesus takes this huge, grand, prophetic title and brings it right down to his own, very human, very humble life on earth. Take this, for example. He's talking about being homeless, right? But he doesn't say, I have nowhere to sleep. No. He says, the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. See what he's doing? He's using this cosmic title to talk about his own day-to-day, really tough human reality.
And then there's this one. He's literally recounting the nasty things people are saying about him, calling him a glutton and a drunkard. But again, he frames it as, this is what they're saying about the Son of Man. The connection is it's crystal clear. He's linking his personal life directly to this title.
All right, clue number 2, claims of divine authority. And this is where it gets even more interesting. He doesn't just use the title to talk about his earthly struggles. He starts using it to claim some seriously divine powers. And then he backs it up. So he makes this absolutely mind-blowing claim. He says the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. Now, you have to understand, in that culture, forgiving sins was something only God could do. And he says it in the third person. It's like he's setting the stage for something big.
And then bam! The very next thing that happens is he, Jesus himself, turns to a paralyzed man and heals him. It's brilliant. He makes the claim for the Son of Man, and then he, personally, demonstrates that exact authority. The link is undeniable.
Okay, let's move on to clue number 3, because the connection gets even more personal and intense. He consistently uses this title when he starts talking about his own future, and not in some vague way, but in really specific, dramatic detail.
I mean, just think about this. He says, the Son of Man must suffer, be killed, and after 3 days rise again. This isn't some fuzzy prophecy about a figure in the distant future. He is laying out the game plan for his own life. He's telling his closest friends exactly what's about to happen to him, and he's using the Son of Man title to frame it all.
And that brings us to our final clue, number 4. This one's really clever. He uses the title almost like a conversational key, something to unlock a direct chat about his own identity.
Check this out. He doesn't just walk up and ask, hey guys, who am I? No, he's way more subtle. He asks, who do people say the Son of Man is? It's a brilliant move because that question acts as a launchpad. It leads his disciples to a huge revelation where they declare that he, Jesus, is the Messiah. The whole conversation starts with the Son of Man.
So at this point, the evidence is piling up. It's pretty clear Jesus is identifying himself as this Son of Man. But there's one more layer to this mystery, and it's maybe the most profound of all. It's a claim about sonship.
Okay, lean in for this one. Notice the specific wording, his Father's glory. This is huge.
He's not just claiming to be the Son of Man anymore. Now he's directly connecting this Son of Man figure to a divine Father.
And we can't just skim over that word, glory. It was a heavily loaded term. In this context, to share in the glory of the Father wasn't just flowery language, it was a claim to share in the very nature, the very essence of God Himself. We're way past claiming to be a good teacher here. This is a claim of divinity. And just in case there's any ambiguity left about who this Father is, well, other parts of the text just spell it out for us. It says point blank that God the Father has placed His seal of approval on Him. So there you have it. The final piece of the puzzle clicks into place.
Okay, so let's just pause for a second and appreciate what's happened here. When you look at all the pieces, you see this incredible communication strategy emerge from the texts.
Think about the journey this title takes. It starts out as this mysterious, kind of third-person reference. We trace it back to this ancient prophecy of a divine ruler. Then, we see Jesus connect it directly to His own life, His authority, His destiny. And finally, it becomes the way He claims this unique, incredible relationship with God the Father. It's an amazing progression.
And that's really the power of this title, isn't it? By using the Son of Man, Jesus did something remarkable. He built a bridge between two completely different realities. His humble earthly life, the guy with nowhere to sleep, and the glorious, all-powerful divine ruler from that ancient prophecy.
Which leaves us with one last really fascinating question to chew on. Why? Why choose this mysterious, almost roundabout title to make one of the most direct and world-changing claims in history? Maybe, and this is just a thought, maybe the goal wasn't to just hand people an answer. Maybe it was an invitation, a way to spark curiosity, to get people to investigate the mystery for themselves and follow the clues to their own conclusion.